Well, this season was a lot earlier spring. March started off incredibly warm. We worried about the peach blossoms from the end of March all the way until May before we felt they were safe. They did survive, and we have a beautiful peach crop. April was warmer than usual, but we got our seeds, corn seeds, in the ground a little earlier than normal, about a week earlier. Then it turned cool and damp, and we've had some wet spells and some dry spells, but overall it's an early year, and we're picking a little bit of corn now and waiting on tomatoes, but things look good so far.
And overall, how much earlier are the crops than usual?
I'd say about a week earlier. That's on average.
How does that early season affect your business?
It's a good thing. It seems like a week in October generates about the same amount of profit as a day earlier in July. So the sooner we start picking things, the better off we are. There's more excitement at the beginning of the season for something fresh. By the end of the season we can extend it a little longer, but it's not the same. People aren't as excited by then. They're worn out of eating fresh things and moved on to other stuff.
And when will your corn be ready?
Corn we've been picking since July 5th, which has been fairly early, and we haven't had enough to go all day long yet, but it's still early corn, and the fields are smaller. It had all been covered with plastic or a cloth early in the season, so we couldn't plant large amounts. But as time goes on, we'll get more and more. Hopefully a week from now we'll be doing real well.
But now we're basically getting to the very end of the season on this plant here, which normally would just be coming out now. And these, which should not be starting to ripen until about almost the 1st of August, are actually showing signs that they're wanting to move along, which is just slightly abnormal. Blueberries are native to the Northeast, so they do pretty well in kind of weird conditions because they've been here for a long time, and the Northeast has these fluctuations. But the main thing is that these crops here, these blueberries here, should not be ripe yet, this ripe, and they are coming in because we had a very warm spring in the early spring, and had a mild winter, so everything was really ready to blossom when it came that time. So everything blossomed about 2 weeks to 3 weeks early. It got cooler in June, and that kind of slowed things down a little bit, so instead of being 3 weeks ahead, we're now about 10 days to 2 weeks ahead.
And when do you expect the season to end?
Well, our blueberry crop normally goes until about the 1st of September. This year I'm thinking somewhere about August 15th it could start getting difficult to pick fruit. Peaches that we grow and nectarines, they normally go until about the middle of September, and I'm expecting somewhere around Labor Day weekend. I think they'll probably be getting a little bit harder to pick at that time.